I think I'm going to start off by showing you this chart. Okay? You don't mind? I'm going to start off by showing you that chart. U.S. median home sale prices, 2005 and 6. You remember the all-time high, 7. Then 2008 happened, and oh my God, what just happened? Fell off a cliff. All in here was a fire sale for housing. Where do you think this is going to end? And isn't this interesting? This is literally like, you know, when Cliff High talked about the crocodile teeth for cryptos. This is this is what we're talking about. This is crocodile teeth here. But it is very interesting how they go up, they fall down. They go up, they fall down. They go up, they fall down, like year after year after year. I'm going to assume this is possibly from a, you know, the revised data. Price up, prices are here. No, they're actually down lower. Prices way up here. No, they're actually down lower. Or is this a legitimate cycle we're looking at here for whatever reason? I mean, you see a little bit of that here from 99, right? It looks like towards the middle of the year, end of the year goes down. Up, middle of the year, end of the year goes down. Middle of the year up, sideways. Kind of down, but still kind of sideways, right? I don't know. Same thing here, 2012, 2013 down. Starts off low, back up. 2014, it's almost this, I mean, whatever. The point here is that old Snippy was just trying to educate you on a little something, something. And I keep saying, if we could just, you know, fingers crossed, if we can get lucky and our crypto portfolio starts to do this when the housing starts to do this, then we go buy some of those cheap assets, like when, like this chart right here. This is where you want to be during the next housing bust. But your cryptos, you want to look like this side over here going way up. And then you go out and buy the hard assets and you own them. Then at that point, you don't care what the crypto market or any market does that at that point, because you've got hard assets that you can rent out, lease, whatever, right? So anyways, as we pointed out yesterday from Zero Hedge, the still tight supply in the U.S. housing market is helping drive home prices higher, creating a crisis of affordability that has placed homes financially out of the reach of many millennials. As we pointed out after yesterday's existing home sales slump, the reason for the drop in sales was a yearly or nearly 5% year-over-year climb in the median sale prices of homes in the U.S. Today, Atom Data Solutions released its Q2 2018 Housing Affordability Report, which determined that homes at their least affordable price, I guess you could say, since Q3 of 2008. Least affordable. Since when? Q3 2008. And that was when they're least affordable? I mean, here's the middle of it, so maybe, you know, maybe we can kind of include that area roughly. Not quite third quarter, more like second quarter if you want the truth. But anyways, we're there now. Such a long way to go, make it to the border of Mexico. That's where these things are going. Indeed, the affordability problem has worsened, even as the pace of home price gains has slowed, thanks to an 11% increase in mortgage rates compared to a year ago. It ain't 11%, no. An 11% increase, not 11% mortgage rates. So 3% going up, 11%. You know what I'm saying? Which would be roughly 3.1, 3.11, whatever. Actually, no, that'd be incorrect. 10% of 3, like 3. More like 3 going to 3.3. Anyways. Meanwhile, home price appreciation continued to outpace wage growth, speeding up the affordability treadmill for prospective home buyers, even without the rise in mortgage rates. The median home price is currently $245,000, up 4.7% from 1 year ago, but representing a slowdown from the 7.4% pace of appreciation in the first quarter. Still, that's well above the recent average weekly wage growth of 3.3%. What is that? Hold on. Average weekly wage growth of 3.3%? What the hell is that? Over a long period of time, the trend is even more jarring. Prices have increased 75% nationwide since the bottoming, like I just showed you in that chart, of 2012. Again, that's where you want to be. Where were you when cryptos were going crazy high? Oh, that was around the time the housing market was going down, really down. And I bought all these properties, you know. It'd be a family generational story to tell everybody. Grandpa Joe, you know, like Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka. Grandpa Joe, why? I haven't traded cryptos in 40 years. I never thought that I could see housing crash for all to see. Because we got a golden ticket, we hope, with crypto. We got a golden ticket to buy up some depressed properties. That's the plan. If it doesn't work, hey, worth a shot. We tried, didn't we? But I don't think it's going to be worth a shot. We tried. I think it's going to be, we tried, we succeeded, and here's our story. Okay? That's why I think that's how that's going to go. So anyways, the trend is even more jarring. Prices have increased 75% nationwide since bottoming in 2012, while average weekly wages have only increased 13% in the same time period. Let's let that sink in. We're not talking about, oh, well, how much did cars go up? Well, cars are expensive, you know, these days, but a house is the most expensive thing a person will ever buy during their life. On average, you know, average person, not filthy rich people. An average person, the most expensive thing they will ever buy is their house. Matter of fact, you could argue a rich person would too, because they're going to have a really nice multi-million-dollar house in $200,000 and $300,000 cars. Therefore, the house, once again, is the most expensive thing. So having said that, prices have increased 75% since bottoming in 2012, while the wages, weekly wages, have only increased 13% during that entire time period. How the hell are people going to afford these houses? How are they going to afford the rents? Well, the people who own the houses, right? Because some people didn't walk, some people struggled and tried to, I'm staying in my house, I'm upside down, but I'm staying because it's the right thing to do. And they kept charging the high rent. So all the cheaper houses, they're all rented out. Therefore, you have these other people who kept their houses upside down and still rented it just to, hey, well, I know it should only be rented for $1,200, but I got to get $1,300 out of this thing. And finally found someone who, oh, I'll rent from you. Next thing you know, rental prices are high, just like the mortgages, you know, the cost of houses. And those people who decide I'll buy a house, mortgage it, and rent it out, oh, I got to get at least my mortgage out of that. Plus a little extra, you know, wiggle room in case something breaks in the house. So I'll charge another $200 or $300 on top of what I owe on the house monthly. And that's that. Next thing you know, we have these overpriced houses. And we don't have a system that'll just let them crash. And, okay, let's let the market forces work themselves out. No. We're going to intervene. Federal Reserve, intervene. Government, intervene. Green numbers, all-time highs, never ends. Well, how do we afford that stuff? Don't ask that. Everybody's approved. Remember, it was recently. Didn't they just, I could swear I did a video on this a few months ago, 2-3 months ago. They're bringing back the ninja loans. Remember that? Like Freddie Mac, I think. We're going to bring, you know, first time millennial such and such with a twist, you can get it, you know, approved. But you have to take a course. I remember, you have to take a course on what would happen if you got a house and didn't have the money to pay for it. If you take the course, then you're approved. You can go ahead and get the loan. So you can still get a ninja loan. You know, no job, no income, you know, proof of income. You're approved. But you watch the course first so that you know what will happen if you don't have the money. But I can still get a house? Yeah. Okay, all right, I'll watch the movie. Or the whatever the hell it is. Okay. Thanks, can I get my house now? Yeah, here you go. Oh, man, I can't pay my bills. You just moved in. Yeah, you know. You said I could. The mortgage company said I earn enough money. I mean, and then we have it all over again. Annual growth in median house prices outpaced average wage growth in 275 of the 432 counties, including some of America's largest. The list includes Los Angeles County, California, Maricopa County, Arizona, San Diego County, California, Orange County, California, and Miami-Dade County, Florida. Pablo, honey, please come to Florida. Nationwide, on average, or not on, but average, wage earner would need to spend 31.2% of their income to buy a median-priced home in Q2 2018. That's above the historic average of 29.6. I mean, it's a little higher, but it's still higher, and that's the point. Somebody earning the average wage couldn't qualify to buy a median-priced home in 326, roughly 75%, of the 432 counties analyzed in the report. Atom determined whether a home was affordable for the average wage earner by calculating the amount of income needed to make monthly mortgage payments, plus property taxes and insurance. If millennials, particularly those living in expensive coastal cities, ever want to afford a home, they better pray that wage growth picks up remarkably. Otherwise, most will need to rely on help from parents if they ever want to afford a home, and if they don't have parents capable of helping, well, they may never realize the American dream of home ownership. Or I gotta add one. The parents are knocking on your door. We need to move in with you because we can't afford to live. Can't afford to pay the bills. Son, daughter, I'm moving in with you. That is a lot of cases out there these days. Recovery, best job numbers. All what? You sure about that? And then you go to Zillow. Speaking of Miami, Florida. Actually, I want Miami-Dade. I'm going to Miami. Dade County, Florida. Got, hang on. This is very odd. Now, you know how I always check. And it's like, oh, where's all the foreclosures? I don't see any foreclosures. And then you zoom in and you start to see them. Now, I just saw one peeking out here a second ago. Right here. Right over here. Is a little bluey, which stands for foreclosed or about to be foreclosed, whatever. There's one over here. But when you look at this map, there's a lot of houses for sale. And these are not cheap houses over here. 2.45 million, 600,000, 5.5 mil, and then over here, of course, 335,220. But again, I always know when you start zooming in, oh, there's those blue ones. Do you love how Zillow hides them until you start zooming in just a little bit? Doesn't take much. And then the blue ones stick out like a freaking sore thumb. Look at this. These are the foreclosures and or about to be. Pre-foreclosure, like this one. But you zoom out, and it looks like this. Oh, it's all red, meaning just for sale by owner or whatever. Oh, okay, great. Economy must be thriving. Zoom in some more. Oh, surprise! Fake numbers from the government, fake numbers from Zillow, fake numbers from everywhere. Is it in Zillow's best interest to hide the blue colors when someone's looking at the map from above? Why? A for sale house is a for sale house, whether it's foreclosed or not. What, as Hillary would say, what difference does it make? Look at all this foreclosures. Oh, yeah. This is a healthy site. This is a real healthy economy. I bet the house prices are going to keep going up. This will never correct. Just be insanely too high houses. People will keep getting approved and foreclosed, and the cycle will just continue. As if people are magically going to have enough money, to get a house. The system has to correct. And now that we have Fed intervention in everything, how the hell does this end? Take care.